The truth is there's inflation. We're going through a recession right now. We're funding two wars that we can't afford. And the thing about it is, Joe Biden tell these countries the truth. We don't got it. You don't got McDonald's money. We can't stop at McDonald's. We don't have McDonald's money. Is America going broke? Yes. Yes, it is. And that's one of the reasons. So I'm letting y'all motherfuckers know right now, you can feed that shit to somebody else, but you ain't gonna feed that shit to me.
Welcome back to Totally Based. I'm Joey Gaskin. It appears that Cardi B is finally waking up, as she recently went on her Instagram Live and she had a lot to say. She said that she's angry. She's angry because Joe Biden is lying, telling people that we have all this money to fund all these wars, and we don't. She said that America is broke and that she would never endorse another president again. And she's upset with Mayor Eric Adams because he's taking funding away from things like schools, libraries, sanitation. She said there's going to be raccoons on the streets. But hey, enough of me telling you why she's angry. Maybe she's angry because she voted for Joe Biden and told you to do the same. Check out what she had to say.
I'm very angry. I'm an angry right now. I'm an angry right now. I'm an angry. Y'all need to get in here because I'm about to go off right now. Right now. In New York, there is a $120 million budget cut. There's a $120 million budget cut in New York that is going to affect schools, public libraries, and the police department. Y'all know I don't give a about the cops, but like it is what it is. There's gonna be an $120 million budget cut with schools, with libraries, and the cops and the police department, and a $5 million budget cut in sanitation. Of a budget cut in sanitation, bitch, we're gonna be drowning with rats. We're going to be drowning in rats. So we are going to be having a budget cut on these shits. Mind you, this is why I said this is why I'm telling y'all, I'm not this year. Don't ask me. I don't give a the resume that they send. I don't give a I'm not endorsing no presidents no more. Because how is there a $100 million budget cut in New York City for schools, library, police safety, and sanitation? Yeah, Joe Biden's talking about like, yeah, we could fund two wars. Motherfuckers talking about we don't got it, but we got it. Like we're the greatest nation. No, we're not. We're going through some shit right now. Like, say it. We really going through. We really are right now. $120 million. Like where these kids are gonna go? Like, I'm lucky. I'm blessed. I'm whatever the but like, what's gonna happen to my nieces? What's gonna happen to my nephews? What's gonna happen to my cousins, my aunts, my friends? That's living in the hood. The hood, like my like I don't give a if I live in Jersey. I'm from the Bronx. I don't want to see my affected. The Bronx, Brooklyn, it's gonna affect the whole New York. $120 million budget cut on schools, libraries, police department, and sanitation. Bitch, New York is already super dirty. Like, yo, you know what's embarrassing? Like, it's like, you know, like I know people from California, I know people from Atlanta, so I always be like, yeah, New York is the greatest place in the world. Yeah, they be like, New York is dirty. And it is dirty. And we're gonna get even dirtier with the budget cut. And yeah, we talking about we could fund two wars. That's like a nigga trying to front like, yeah, I got the money to support two, but you really don't. Y'all talk about y'all don't make negotiation with the odds, but y'all need to sit the down with these people and find agreement. No, we cannot fund these wars. We can't. Keep it a bean. We can't. Like y'all doing budget cuts on the biggest city in the United States. This is getting out of hand. We're really going. They don't want to say the word, but we're going through a recession right now. We really are. And Major Eric said it. There is a budget cut going on in New York. And little by little, it's going to go in your states. Okay? You know what? I told myself this week, like, yo, the internet right now is too dark because celebrity drama, of course, we love it. We infuse with it. We watch it. But it's like, yo, that's little. of what's really going on in the world right now. That's nothing compared to what's going on in the world right now. The world is in shambles. After the pandemic, a lot of these countries, they want to do shit because every country right now is broke. Right? Let's keep it a beat. Every country right now is broke. Everybody's like, it's a reset. Like, it's a whole reset. So motherfuckers feel like, oh, it's just a lot going on, bitch. I can't even explain it. I'm scared to explain things. I'm scared to explain things. But the point is that it's like, we cannot fund these wars. We can't fund these wars. We could barely fund this country. Finish it. Y'all need to finish it. Stop fronting like you got the money. You don't got no money. You don't got no sugar for your honeys. Is this $120 million budget cut? Y'all might not like me, but guess what? Ain't gonna be no after school for your kids. The teachers are gonna be paid. Yes, they're barely gonna be paid. That's one. Libraries, they're closing library branches. So your kid cannot even, if your kid can't think, if your kid can't buy books at the book fairs and shit, your kid can barely even read at the local library. They're gonna close. There's crimes are gonna go up the roof. The crimes are gonna go up the roof because there's a police safety budget cut, and on top of that, there's a sanitation budget cut. So that means we're gonna be drowning in rats and squirrels and raccoons. You gonna see raccoons twerking in 40 dudes. You gonna see raccoons in 42nd Street, bitch. Watch. But yeah, we got money to fund wars. We don't have it. We don't have it. Speak the truth. Y'all need to sit the down with these leaders and figure out something. Talk about we don't negotiate with terrorists. Well, y'all better will. Y'all better will the best bet. Cause we can fund a war. Not another year, not no months. It's over. It's over. The truth is spilling. The truth is spilling. It's right in our faces. And if something happens to me, it's because I'm speaking the truth. If something happens to me or my family, is because I'm speaking the truth.
So Cardi B puts this out, and of course her fans start to come after her, saying things like, well, that's not Joe Biden's fault. You know, that's New York. That's the mayor and the governor of New York. Like, that's nothing to do with Joe Biden, which I just think it's funny that anybody would defend Joe Biden. Like, why? But B, we all know what's going on in New York right now. There's a big migration problem. They have all of these migrants there, and they're housing them. And just think about the employees that they have to hire just to take care of all of these people, the facilities that they're creating to house these people. I mean, right now, they're really struggling. So, of course, in true Cardi B fashion, she claps back. Take a look.
This is going to be the last time I talk about this because I don't like when people with my intelligence. Don't play with my intelligence. Like, I might not be the smartest in the world, but, like, I have common sense. So, they're saying that the $120 million budget cut that's going on in NYC is due to the fact that, because of the big surge of immigrants that New York City have been accepting. And you know what that feels like to me? I'm going to tell you what that feels like to me. Y'all remember like 3 months ago when, I don't know which news outlet put out that people haven't been able to buy grocery stores because they're not as hungry because they started taking Ozempic. And it's like, first of all, let me tell you something, right? That's cap. The reason why people stop buying groceries is because people are not able to afford groceries. I feel like there's less than 1% of people that's Ozempic. Like, if you don't have diabetes, you cannot get Ozempic. Ozempic is expensive as $1,600 or $2,000 a pop. So the average person is not buying groceries because they're doing Ozempic. You're lying. Stop. The reason why people stop getting groceries, is because you can afford it. So don't sit here and tell me that the $120 million budget cut in New York City is because of the big surge in immigrants. Because let's be real now. New York City is not housing and getting all these immigrants in the States because we're really nice people, because they're nice people. Yeah, we want to make a home for the immigrants. No. Y'all know exactly what y'all gonna do with those immigrants. You're gonna put them to work in a couple of months for less pay. So this is like a chain cycle. This is like a chain cycle, right? So don't sit here and tell me that y'all cutting a big ass budget to our schools, to the police department, to the sanitation department for the immigrants. Cut the shits, okay? Cut the fucking bull. You can lie to them, but you can't lie to me. And let me tell you something. You want to know when y'all up? Because I ain't going to front. I be out the loop sometimes. Like, I be out the loop and everything. But you know what y'all up? Y'all up when y'all had me doing community service. Because when I did community service, I seen a lot of and that opened my eyes. When I went to that program of women's for women that just got out of prison, I was across the street from a hotel that is filled of immigrants that are coming from different countries. A lot of them were from Venezuela. Some were Haitian. It was just from very different countries. Most of them was from Latin countries, right? And when I tell you guys, for people in Nietzsche, we're talking about community centers for Nietzsche are giving these immigrants clothes and shoes because they don't have clothes and shoes. You're not gonna tell me that the budget cut is because you guys are helping out the immigrants. You guys are housing them, but y'all barely feeding them. Y'all not clothing them like that. Like, y'all have Nietzsche programs helping these people out. So don't tell me that the $120 million budget cut is because of immigrants. You gonna feed that shit to somebody else. You ain't gonna feed that shit to me. And that shit reminded me of the like, yo, I really see how the news and how everything could be played, how people wanted to play it. Because like 3 months ago when I saw it, like, oh yeah, people the groceries, people stop buying groceries because a lot of people are taking Ozempic. That line. The average person, if you don't have diabetes, you cannot afford to take them Ozempic shots. I think people, they even do the fake Ozempic shots, charging like $500 for the fake Ozempic shots. You mean to tell me the average person is stop buying groceries because of Ozempic? Stop. The truth is, there's inflation. We're going through a recession right now. We're funding two wars that we can't afford. And the thing about it is, Joe Biden, tell these countries the truth. We don't got it. You don't got McDonald's money. We can't stop at McDonald's. We don't have McDonald's money. Is America going broke? Yes. Yes, it is. And that's one of the reasons. So I'm letting y'all motherfuckers know right now, you can feed that shit to somebody else, but you ain't gonna feed that shit to me. And I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. Mayor Adams, if you want to link up with me, you know, we could link up at your nearest IHOP. But yeah, y'all ain't gonna fool me. You know what makes me sad about, let me say something. You know what makes me sad about budget cuts being cut from public schools? Because, all right, growing up, you see Disney Channel, right? And you see people, you always imagine that high school and middle school, they're going to have programs like basketball programs. They're going to have lockers and like, you know, like you watch Disney World and you thinking like, oh my gosh, when I get to middle school, when I get to high school, I'm going to decorate my lockers. I'm going to put this, I'm going to do that. Most of New York City public schools, you have to go up and down the stairs with your textbook, with your heavy ass book bags, because they don't provide lockers. We don't have the jock teams. We don't have football teams. My school didn't have none of that. We ain't had dance, after schools dance classes. We don't have after school music classes. We don't have a lot of classes that could help the average person in our hoods advance. We don't got step teams. We barely have books. So imagine the budget cut. You know the budget cut is actually going to affect mostly, the budget cut is going to affect mostly kids that are in pre-K and kindergarten. So you know what that means? Not kindergarten, but just pre-K. You know what that means? That's going to affect a lot of mothers that need to drop their kids off to go to work. And I ain't gonna lie to you, if I was a young mom that was living in the Bronx, that was living in the Bronx and everything, who's gonna take care of your kid? You gotta drop them off to school so you could work. Now you might not even have the luxury to drop off your kid in pre-K because the budget's being cut because of what? Because we don't got no money. But we're gonna use the excuse because it's because of the immigrants that's coming on in New York City. Get the out of here. Y'all know why y'all accepting all these immigrants. Y'all gonna make them work in 7 to 8 months. Stop playing. This is a chain cycle. This is a cycle. What's going on with the money? What y'all did with the money? I want to know what's going on with the money. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say because I just be feeling like you can't fool me with your fake shit, your fake propaganda over nothing. And Biden, you need to tell the truth to these other countries. You gotta tell them, listen, no offense, I love ya, but I don't got it right now. Know when you tell you gotta tell your family member, like, listen, I just don't got it right now. You gotta tell them the truth. You don't got it right now. You don't got it right now. You can't fund them wars. You lying to yourself. You don't got McDonald's money right now. Okay? They need to eat at home. Somebody said Biden has nothing to do with it. It's your governor and mayor. Yes, and that's why I just said, if you was here earlier, you would hear me say I called out Major Adam. But like, let's look at things as a whole, right? Let's look at things as a whole. Because it's like, y'all want to talk, y'all trying to make it seem like, okay, the budget cut is because of your mayor and this and that. All right, so what's going on with the inflation all over this country? What's going on with the inflation all over this country? With groceries, with real estate. What's going on with that? Huh? You can let's all right, the 120 million budget cut. What's going on with that? Since you so smart and you know everything. Now who put that comment? Let me go back. Cause motherfuckers like was pissing me the off. Oh, it's your mayor. No, it's just a hoe. It's the hoe.
All right, so Cardi B is somewhat on the right page, but for her to think that these migrants aren't at all creating a burden for New York, I think she's missed the boat. Pun not intended. And I just want to say, I mean, think about it. They have to house these people. They have to feed them. They have to clothe them. They have to do their laundry. I mean, these are 100,000 people that literally came out of nowhere that all migrated to one place. And there's going to be a need for resources. So those are your tax dollars. If you live in New York, those are your tax dollars that are taking care of these 100,000 people. I mean, the schools are flooded. For them to take money from somewhere, they have to take money from somewhere. You need resources. So anyways, I just feel like it's just really silly. You see these celebrities, they endorse these candidates, and then they realize, oh man, like I didn't realize what I was actually signing up for. Well, duh. All it takes is a Google search. Look around. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you today. If you like this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So did you like that video? Well, if you did, you can always find more like it right here. And as always, stay tuned here on Totally Based for more news and culture. See you guys.